Are you looking to learn more about diversity, equity, and inclusion? Are you seeking actionable steps you can take to incorporate diversity, equity, and inclusion in your work environment? Join Deondra Wardelle, Continuous Improvement Coach, for an informative discussion about the obstacles that may be hindering you from advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, in your workplace. During this webinar, you will receive tips on how to continuously improve the journey from DEI statements to results-driven action. Here's a sample of what you can expect.
Thank you for your support of Root Cause Racism. Root Cause Racism is a movement and community organization that's partnering with people around the globe to learn and share actionable ways to dismantle structural racism through the application of continuous improvement practices, methods, and tools. Today, I am brainstorming with 3 continuous improvement colleagues and past Root Cause Racism blog participants about working to understand why taking action to address racism can be challenging. So please join me in welcoming my friends. Hugh Alley. Hugh is the principal of Operations Excellence. He's also the author of Becoming the Supervisor, Achieving Your Company's Mission and Building Your Team. Please say hello to Dorsey Sherman. She is the leadership coach and business performance consultant at Model Consulting. And finally, Jeff Welch, lead training consultant at JW Training Events, LLC. Okay, friends, so I have a question that I want to ask each of you, and just please share from your vantage point, your opinion, what makes it so hard to take action to tackle systemic racism? What makes it hard to get started with being an anti-racist? And Hugh, I'll pose that question to you first, and then Dorsey, if you could answer it second, and then Jeff, if you can share your comments at the end. So Hugh?
Thanks, Deondra. So I guess I want to start by just saying that I've learned all I can do is talk about my experience. And so this is what I've found. Other people will find different stuff. But for me, 2 things come to mind. And one is that it's just scary. If I say something, is somebody going to blow up? Am I going to lose friends? Am I going to lose work? It's a bit terrifying the first time you do it, and the second and the third, and so that's a really important thing. And the other thing is that I come to it as a white guy, right? So I come to it as a person with all the privilege stuff. And so what gives me the right to say anything about it to anybody? And I guess I'm learning that I have to get over that, because regardless of my position, if it's wrong, then you need to say something. But still, that's a hard thing.
Okay. Thank you, Hugh. Dorsey?
Thanks, Deondra. I'm so glad you're bringing this up and asking the question. I really have felt like, over the summer there was so much in social media and TV, and so much to read, and so much attention on racial inequity, and so I was in a space of being really motivated and excited and focused on what I was going to do. And I'm glad you brought it up, because time has passed and I feel like that attention has waned. I don't see things every day in my social media. I don't see things on TV every day. I don't live in a racially diverse community at all. And so I don't see people of color, especially with COVID, and I'm home most of the time, but even when I'm not at home, I live in a mostly white, privileged area. And so I'm not faced with like this impetus to act. I'm not faced with like, this is an issue and you need to do something. And so I'm focused on work and my family and, whatever I'm doing to relax in the evening. And so what I've realized that obstacle is how do I figure out how to intentionally bring it into my day or my week or my month or whatever to take action and go back to what I planned on, which I've done. I have done some things, but to continue making it a priority moving forward.
Okay. Thank you, Dorsey. Jeff?
Thanks, Deondra. I agree with Dorsey. It's a great question. I'm glad it's one that's being asked and focused on. And I would also agree with Hugh. It's tough. It's tough to get those crucial conversations started. I think a lot of people who are very well-meaning, those who consider themselves allies, they recognize injustice. They recognize things that are not fair or discriminatory. But how you go about addressing that, what do you say, how do you say it, that's something that people are not skilled on. It's not a conversation that people have every day. We don't get trained on it at work. We don't receive feedback on how well we've approached this topic and how well we have addressed it in regard to what we've said or what we've done. So when you consider all of those factors, it just makes it rather difficult for people. Again, I think one of the main reasons they want to say something, they want to do something, but they just don't know what to say or what to do. And that's why I think that what you're doing with the hashtag Root Cause Racism movement is so critically important.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. And Hugh, Dorsey, Jeff, thank you so much for your transparency and for being honest. You have made some excellent points that warrant further consideration and discussion. And just thank you for your time today. And to those who are watching this video, I invite you to join me for a complimentary webinar and a safe discussion where we will continue this conversation. It's scheduled to take place in the new year, and it will be about diversity, equity, inclusion, and using continuous improvement as a roadmap to guide us on a journey towards equity for all. So I ask that you please click on the link to this post to learn more about the webinar and to register. Until next time, take care and keep your foot on the gas.
We hope you'll join us for this educational workshop and a respectful question and answer environment. Register today to participate in this meaningful discussion.